Hello, ballers, and welcome to Game Week 1 from the EPL Review. We are live today, joining you after awesome first week from the English Premier League. We have lots of exciting news coming through, especially on the transfer reports, and we're just going to jump right in and go from Friday. We had the league champions Arsenal coming up against newly promoted side Coventry City, and they looked about as exciting as everyone expected them to be. They came out the gate flying. They showed lots of attacking promise, and just to have the first game go as planned could not come any better from Mikel Arteta. He's the defending champion. He's ready to go out again. During interviews, we'll ask him, "How you feel like being the defending champion?" And he replies, "We're the attacking champions." And that really goes to show the kind of mentality that Arsenal is just exuberating right now. And they came out like bats right out of hell, and they were amazing. They showed lots of attacking promise. And I think most impressive was their defensive solidity. Really, Coventry huffed and puffed, but could not get past those two banks of four that they put up. And it's really exciting to watch how they can interchange several players and systems, and it all still clicks. So this year for Arsenal, sky's the limit. They are poised to retain their championship, and really nobody looks even remotely close to stopping them. The rest of the pack will have to hope Arsenal slip up for them to even be able to get a sniff of the chance at catching up to them. As far as Coventry City, everyone surprisingly picked them as one of the only promoted side to stay in the Premier season. I personally don't see it. I think Frank Lampard is now a seasoned coach. He's been in the Premier League before, stumbled, went to a lower league side, and brought them up to the league. It's kind of the hopeful story you want to see, but there's a lot in the team that needs improving, especially up front. You cannot survive in the league without a seasoned goal scorer who's going to give you 15, 20 goals a season in all competitions. So they're really going to have to go splash in the market and hopefully find somebody that's still left, still available, still hungry to join their club and help them survive. Now, as far as the results go, very predictable. And their next game against Newcastle will be a little bit more exciting, and we'll see how it goes. Now, as far as permitted sides go, going to Saturday early match kickoff was Hull City against Manchester United, and that did not go as the bookies planned. If you put any on Hull winning that match, you probably made out like a winner because they stunned everyone, including the more illustrious visitors to the NKT Stadium. Manchester United came in with such promise. They had the new signs Andres Santos and Yuri Tillemans in the midfield trying to control things, but they didn't control anything at all. Hull City came out with a very expensive formation and they just picked them apart. Michael Carrick, the Manchester United manager, coming into his first full season, will have a lot of homework on his hands, trying to sort things out. Earlier today, they did announce the signing of Carlos Baleba, so hopefully he's able to come in and do that Casemiro job and seal up the leaky holes in that midfield. Because boy, do they need it. Ajayi and Mendy came in and picked off two brilliantly taken set piece, and they were able to score and just gave Manchester United fits throughout the entire game. The stadium was raucous, their fans were excited, and they really gave them a run for their money. So, next game at home to Ipswich, Manchester United are really going to have to pull their socks off, figure out what's going on, play Sesko up front from the start, have their wingers be expensive, have their fullbacks go in, and really give that second man run in from the midfield, and hopefully do a whole lot better than they did firstly because this league comes at you fast. 1 week's already down, only 37 left to go, and it doesn't get any easier from here on out. Next up, we have Everton at home to Crystal Palace. That was a very comfortable 2-0 victory. Crystal Palace, listen up. You guys are in for a long season. I mean, it's just going to be challenging. Losing Olo Gassner was one thing, but losing all their best players. Just look at the list of players that they've lost in recent memory. Eberechi Eze, Elise Michael Elise. They've lost Maxwell Lacroix recently to Chelsea, and now you have Philip Mateta wanting to sue the club to rip up his contract so he can go on to greener pastures. They've really built something special there, especially going on to win League Cups and European Championships. So they have or had something special. Right now, they're going to be my personal pick for going down this year just because of how much they're just floundering. And they showed that all to bear for everyone to see. Matchweek 1, just no teeth up front. The midfield was overran, and their defense was just falling asleep. Dean Hennessy is a fantastic goalkeeper, but he's going to need better protection up front. He's going to be able to keep them in the top flight this season. Next up, we have Ipswich, the Tractor Boys, taking up Sunderland, the Black Cats, and they came through brilliantly well. Ipswich is the yo-yo club. They came up, they went down, and they've come back up again. But I think this time around, they're going to be here to stay. They have a much more solid and compact team, very well coached. They have the new Brazilian son in Emerson. He looks great. And Cecil looks very exciting. He just bust through the Sunderland defense after picking up a loose pass from 9, and he just ran right through everybody, set up a Emerson tapping goal, and he just looked really, really good. Considered through a brilliant free kick, by the way. But that late goal from Jack Clark really sealed the deal for them. I think Ipswich deserved it on account of the 90 minutes. So, do I see them staying up in the league? Quite possibly. I mean, these days you only need about 37, 38 points to stay up. And having 3 points the opening week, that's going to go far. As far as Sunderland goes, I don't really have any worries for them. Yes, they have some European competition to worry about, but they'll be fine. They're very good coaching, Debris, and they really look very excited inside. So I have very little worries for them. Now, team that I do have worries for are Nottingham, and they lost at home to Leeds. Now, Leeds are everyone's dark horses to really pull up big, do the Sunderland trick like they did last year, and fight for European competition. They really broke the bank going out for James Trafford, and he looked like a very competent buy. He looks very solid in between the sticks, and the defense looks really happy for him. But as far as I'm concerned, there are three really, really good set piece takers in the league. I would nominate Dominic Szoboszlai, Bruno Fernandez, and Anthony Stock from Leeds. His free kicks are so deadly, and they just rifle through the net, got them the 1-0 away win, and they march on with 3 points. But guess who's not getting 3 points in the first league? Tottenham Hotspurs. Oh boy. If everyone thought Manchester United were going to be the embarrassing team for the week, Tottenham were like, hold my beer. And they just showed that they have a long way to go. Coming in 17-2 seasons in a row is not a fluke. This is actually more of a pattern on the graph, and they really, really need to step up. They have a lot of new players that they have to integrate. Roberto De Zerbi has a lot of work in his hands if he's going to pull this magic trick up. Everyone was predicting them to be in the top 4, 5, 6. I did not. I thought they would be lucky to make it in the top half. That would be an improvement on 17th. But judging by game week 1, they really, really need to get all their pieces in a row and have them working well because this league is brutal. It does not hesitate to punish you, and they made a lot of mistakes, and they did not go unpunished. Brentford looked really great as they always do. The G Tech, any team going there this season will really struggle. There are lots of ways that they can beat you. If it's not the long throws from Ayakayode, it's the counterattacks from Shada, it's the Fox and box finishing from Igor Thiago. It's the way their fullbacks interchange positions, their wingers always covering spaces, and the midfield. Oh, Amadou Sangare. Everyone saw him in French league last season. He did so brilliantly well, and it looks like he is adapted to the Premier League like fish to water. He bossed it, he passed, he broke up plays, he looked amazing. So this season, The Bees from Brentford, they look like they're going to be stinging a lot of teams this season. Come Sunday's fixtures, it opened up with a demolition job from Brighton Hove Albion at home to Aston Villa, coached by Unai Emery. And I use the word coached very loosely. They looked like they've never played with each other. And to be honest, it's kind of to be expected. As everybody predicted Aston Villa to be in the top 4 or 5 again this season, comfortably qualify for the Champions League, make a deep run in this season's competition. But I don't know. They've lost a lot of integral parts of their team. Ezra Konsa has gone on to Arsenal. Yuri Tillemans to Manchester United. They got injury problems. They have Ollie Watkins trying to eye a move out. They really do need a lot of stabilizing factors. Now, there's one coach that can do that. It's Unai Emery. Last season, they had a terrible run of form going into the league, and then they picked up what was like 9 wins out of 10 going into the new year, and that helped them secure a European place. So don't count them out yet. There's still a week left in the transfer window opening up, so they might pull 1 or 2 little gems out of the rough and hopefully rescue their season before it goes back to worse. I think João Gomez, they picked up from Wolves. He will come good. Very frustrating first game for him. Had that kick out and the instant red, first red card of the season. But it's hopefully pans out for him. They're an exciting side to watch. I like Unai Emery as a coach, but the board better open up the checkbook. What team has no problem opening up the checkbook? Manchester City. They have done really well for them, actually, in sales. They've moved on a whole host of players. Bernardo Silva, Rodri in the midfield has gone now. They've lost John Stones, and they have brought in quite a good number of players as well. And they'll need to bring much more. Losing Savinho and Omar Mamouche to Tottenham Hotspurs uh, has helped balance their books, but they're also trying to bring in Boadi to join their already record purchase in their midfield. And they're also looking to add Enzo Fernandez into that mix. So we're looking at about £300 million just in the midfield rebuild. I mean, that's what some small nations are worth. So it's pretty impressive that they're able to do that. Just write whatever check that he wants for their managers to kick on with. And Enzo Maresca is going to need all the help he can get if he's going to survive in that hot seat. Falling after Pep is probably both the most lucrative as well as the most difficult job in football. Not a lot of managers are able to pull that off successfully. So Enzo Maresca is one of them. Speaking of new managers in the hot seat, 2 new managers faced off for the first time in Newcastle and Liverpool at St. James Park. Always a loud and boisterous atmosphere. Newcastle blazed through an early lead with Anthony Langa, and Liverpool did really well to come back with a Cody Gakpo long-range firecracker. And then, as soon as that happened, bang, another go-ahead goal from Newcastle. And they looked like they were going to hang on for 3 very unlikely points. But then late penalty conceded by Lewis Hall, who did very, very well for himself all of 90 minutes, but just couldn't keep his feet up. Fortunately, he tackled Munoz and cost him a penalty, and they were able to get a late equalizer from the mixed ball slide from the penalty spot and able to secure a point. That point will go a long way for Liverpool season because it's very shaky right now. They do need a couple more transfers here and there. Listen, Isak does not look like the player he was 2 seasons ago. Ekitike is still out for a long time. Florian Wirtz, who with Isak cost a combined £250 million. That's a lot. It's a lot of talent that they really need a competent coach to bring out the best out of them. Hoping Iraola is able to pull that off, but it's going to be challenging, especially juggling with European competition. Now, you know who's not in European competition this year? Chelsea, as they went to their London rivals Fulham at the Craven Cottage, and they pulled off a very impressive 3-2 win. Fulham are not an easy side. Again, another one of the clubs that have lost their managers, a long-serving manager, and have to have a new manager in Arbeloa, who, ironically, coached Real Madrid just like Xabi Alonso coached Real Madrid. Both ex-Real managers who very recently were at the Bernabeu, went head-to-head, and Arbeloa would have loved nothing more than to show up Xabi Alonso, but the billion-pound Blues came into town and they showed their credentials for the season. I think not having any European distractions is going to work in favor for them. I think they could easily be up there in the title challenge come May, but it's going to take a little bit more finessing and refining. The defense looks really good with the three at the back. I think one thing they do very, very well is they allow at least one of those center backs who charge forward. Lacroix was the one doing it quite a bit. I saw Hato pull it off once in a while, and it really allowed them to break the defensive lines of Fulham quite a bit. I think Cole Palmer looks very fresh, very raring to go. He's been coming out in the reports really feisty, really hungry. Morgan Rogers, big summer money transfer. He looks like he's going to be exciting to watch. And linking up with Joao Pedro and whatever additional striker they bring in before the window closes, I think Chelsea are going to be a very tough team to beat home and away this season. So, yeah, look out for them. Well, thank you very much for joining me today. That was it from Game Week 1. We will follow up on all the latest transfer news coming in here in a couple of days, and we'll look for you next week. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I'm excited to go on this journey with you guys. The EPL is back, and nothing's sweeter than that.